Hello, hello, hello. Hey, I wanted to do a quick video explaining what I'm seeing on the MLS, the competition, what I've sold, the comps, the area, how I'm reaching out. I will be reaching out the conclusions of what I'm seeing for your specific lot, my points of view, and what is expected to happen, so on and so forth. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to start sharing my screen so you can see. I'm going to also upload this to YouTube, so you can see it anytime and to see if we can um, meet somewhere in the middle and what I'm seeing on my side. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen really quickly. There you go. Okay, so I am seeing that your lot's still for sale. So no, you have not removed it from the MLS yet. He has not removed it from the MLS. And let me analyze this. Um, it's been in the market for 309 days. I'm gonna go to additional documentation. You have the covenants bylaw survey. Let's analyze the survey very quickly. And let me see what this survey has to say. Or what is this survey telling us about this property? Let's wait it for to load. It's taking a bit longer. My computer is running a little slow today. But let me see. Okay, so that's the main street. You have a big setback. It's a 50 feet setback building. So obviously it's a big lot. Lot number 68, but then you have, oh wow, wait a second. Okay, the garage, so you have the building line being 50 feet, and then you have 100 feet of the garage building line. So I'm assuming garages are not to be visible. Then you have 50 feet from 15 feet from the line. You have power lines. You know what? I did not see that you have power lines in the back. And then you have another 50 feet building line from the back of the property. It's still a big property, but that's what you're looking at. And probably you already know this, but I'm just analyzing and going what I'm seeing on this side. You have electric on the front of the property, gas also as well, telephony, cable TV, and utility easement on the front. So you have a 10 feet easement on the front as well, which is what these properties require. Okay, it's a fairly square type of a property. The second part that I'm seeing, regardless of the price, is that eh, this lot is heavy on trees, which is for some people good and some people not that great. Again, my computer, I don't know why it's acting up. There you go. Okay, this in picture showing that the property has a water, but what I'm seeing is there's a lot of trees, and even though it's outside city limits, this in Comal, sometimes what I'm seeing is buyers, whenever they see this, they need to order a tree study and find out which trees can be removed or not removed, touched or not touched. A lot of them are cedar that I'm seeing. They can be gone. But for example, this tree, I think they're thick enough of having not to be removed. And if you remove those trees, the city, the county will charge you up to the wazoo to replace them. So I love how many trees, but on the same point, it can be kind of like uh, um, something that buyers don't really love because of that. I mean, buyers and architects and engineers that are educated, whenever they see that much foliage, they say, well, okay, we're gonna have to do this and this and this. So kind of like need to share that. Of course, in a subdivision. Let me do some Google Maps to see. And I'm sorry because I'm doing this live, but I think that's the best approach. Let me see where the power lines, because he said that there's power lines on the back. I don't see those power lines in here. Oh yeah, they're there. Okay. I see the power lines in the back. Again, still a big lot, but some people don't like power lines. Okay, let's go back to the listing. Um, let's see. HOA, the HOA is 350 a year, not too bad. It's listed by Henry here at the office. I think I will put a little bit more explanation on what is that you can do or not. Sometimes it will be cool to see and show on the pictures what would a property in this lot would look like. Sometimes some AI rendering will go long ways. But let's go back to the nitty gritty. So I have another tab here. And basically what I did is, I know this one is 2.65 of an acre. So what I did is I went 2.5 miles around it because there's not a lot of real property. And I went down to 24 months back because there's not a lot of data also as well. There's not a lot of sales. So I put a minimum of 1.8 of an acre right now, right? Because if I put less, kind of, it's going to give us a little bit of trash about the results. Again, 2.5 miles radius. And I'm getting this information. I'm getting that you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 total. Okay. And prices are a little wacky because yours is 2.5, 2.6, but then you have somebody that is selling a 1.84 for 176,000. So almost $100,000 less than yours. And whenever you come down to residential and this type of lot size, some people they don't see a lot of value having half an acre more, probably a little bit more than half an acre more on the property, having to pay $100,000 more, unless they're gonna do, yeah, humongous backyard. I'm gonna do a tennis court, basketball court, and you name it. So it's pretty big. Then you have another one that you're competing against that's 2 acres, so half an acre less, and they're asking 205,000. And let's see that one, and it's been in the market for 312 days. So even if you would have adjusted the price on yours to be half an acre more, you're still competing with somebody 2.5 a mile radius of yours that is doable, that somebody will be looking at property 2 miles around it. And then you have this one, which is in the same subdivision. That's you, 2 point, yeah, that's you. And then you go some crazy guy that is asking 500,000 for 5 acres. This looks like to be, feels like a bit more, golly, he dissect his property. That's gonna be a tough cookie because you will have to go enter through here. I don't think how is that gonna get that done. He's been in the market for 97 days. That's a tricky lot. But then where it comes down to is to the solds. Somebody sold at 2.65 for 215,000. And look, that's an important remark that I need to do. This guy listed at 175 of course, say like, hey, I'm here to win it. And most likely he had got a multiple offer, and he bumped up the price from 175 to a. Let me see. No, wait a second. Wait a second. He listed. I'm sorry. He listed uh at 215 for a 2.65, and he sold for 175. My bad. Of course, 97 days on the market only and sold quick, but for a lot less. Look, something that I want to bring to your attention. You see this picture? People are seeing a little bit more way where they're gonna place the property. So whenever I told you about the architects and engineers and buyers, like, well, how I'm gonna locate this property, this will give you more visibility on what is that I can be done. So pretty much they just have to build just a path to get to the house, but the path where potentially the house could be sitting on is already open. You see the house upstairs, the one on the left, upstairs, the one on the left, that one has pretty much no trees whatsoever, and therefore a house is built. You see this house here on the top, almost no trees, a house is built. So vegetation, like I said, sometimes is a really downfall for properties like that, like yours. This one, look, they built the driveway in this one, left a little bit in the front, and then the house is sitting kind of like towards the back, like that one. But there's a lot of trees that they had to be removed. So sometimes it's worth it. Sometimes if you get the price right. So sometimes to clear out the land, that works. So people can see that, you know, it's worth it. But then again, if you clear the land, you have to do a tree survey to find out which trees are going to be able to move or not. So it can be a little expensive, but more viable to get a property sold. And then, so 175, let me see, let me close that out on the map. And then you get a 10 acre and then you get a 9 acre. So if I'm gonna limit here to from 2 to 4 acre, you don't really have a lot. You only have, as far as comps, not only you're the highest priced, you're competing with others that are a little bit smaller, but the price is 50K more. Again, not necessarily apples to apples. It's a tricky because you don't have a lot of offer, a lot of options, but that's what I'm seeing. So it's a tricky one. Definitely, it's price. Yours is priced at 230. Assessed. I'm sorry, appraisal district is assessed at 230. So I will be pushing more in the 230s if you were to relist and try to see what the market will bear versus hitting the 260. Not sure why or how you guys came up with that number, maybe to test the market. Let me see what your history is on what price you started. No, you started at 260, so you haven't even changed. So it looks like if you don't want to change the price and you're firm on that this land is worth 260, definitely in the last 2 years, nothing really has sold apples to apples. And the only thing that has sold that it was a 2.6 sold for 175. So I'm not sure if you are ready to make that type of decision that almost apples to apples as far as the size of the land, you're willing to let it go for a 175 or in 200,000. That's what I'm seeing. Okay. I'm gonna send you a link of this YouTube video to your WhatsApp once it's done uploading on YouTube. Alrighty? Take care. Bye.